don't mind me. Like, I'm serious. Don't mind me. You may wonder what me and my colleague Doctor Hockter are doing down here.
Looking for garbage?
Yeah, basically. You see,
in 2008, the fourth Indiana Jones film was released. Just thinking about it makes me want to vomit. It was so heinous that it led to a worldwide ban of portable Indiana Jones video games. Now that 15 years have passed and a new film is coming out, the ban has been lifted, but that leaves an open door. When Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was released, another Indiana Jones game was in production, but was cancelled due to the ban. But the brave soul, Video Vector, was able to salvage the DS and PSP ports of the game, and he hid them, never to be found again.
but he created a map to which we're trying to find.
And he has dementia, so he doesn't remember where he hid the games off the top of his head.
That too. It took some convincing to get him to help us.
Please! Please, sir! Please! Oh! Please!
Yeah, fine.
And here we are right now.
Nicus? You might want to go look at this.
Dude, we found it. Let's get it and go.
Big news here today. Dr. Hockter and his colleague Nicus have found the map that supposedly leads to the cancelled handheld ports of Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. So, Nicus, how'd you find the map?
I don't know, ask Dr. Hockter, he's the smart one.
Dr. Hockter and Nicus plan to set out to find these games this coming week.
I guess they beat me to the map, but it could be a useful resource.
So, you found the map.
Yeah, I was actually wondering what body means.
So, you guys finally gonna find those games?
Sure are.
But what about body?
I'm just gonna warn you, the games aren't very good.
Well, don't worry. Dog is my middle name.
But hello, what about body?
Oh, the body? Yeah, that's an acronym.
For what?
Bodacious Orange Dusty Yacht.
So the games are bad?
Real bad.
Hello?
Hello there, I'm Mr. McGee.
Can I ask what your first name is?
No. Anyway, I am here to talk about your recent discovery. It's quite impressive to me.
Thanks. Dr. Hockter did pretty much all of it.
Well, on behalf of McGee Enterprises, I would like to offer to fund your expedition.
Really? That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be really neat.
Just under one condition. When those games are found, they will be put in the museum.
That would be reasonable.
Well, no, hold on. Those games have been missing for like 15 years, and your first instinct is to put them in a museum?
Well, they're a part of history.
But they're video games. They don't belong in a museum. They belong in a collection.
Nicus makes a very good point. I don't think we need your help.
I'm sorry, Mr. McGee, but no deal.
Well, then you can leave.
Okay, see you later.
Actually, wait, do you have a bathroom around here that I can use?
Just down the hall and to the left.
Okay, can you hold this while I go?
Sure.
I have a flight booked. You sure you want to wait this long to start looking?
I mean, yeah, there's no rush. They're just games.
Yeah, but Mr. McGee just gives me a bad feeling.
So what? We have the map. We're the only ones who can find them.
I guess you're right, but why wait a week?
Simple. Got some dog I gotta complain about.
The Indiana Jones trilogy is a trilogy that I absolutely adore. 3 incredible adventure films with fun action, suspense, spectacle, and Harrison Ford beating the shit out of Nazis. What isn't there to love? With films revolving around a protagonist traveling the world looking for artifacts, video games are no-brainers. Indiana Jones games were quite prevalent as the films were coming out, died down a bit after Last Crusade came out, then became a bit more popular when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out, and here we are today. But Indiana Jones games on consoles make all the sense in the world, but what if you're actually Indiana Jones and you have to travel the world looking for treasure? Well, you're gonna need these. And these aren't even treasure. The first portable Indiana Jones game, to my knowledge, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This is a port of the NES version on Game Boy, developed by none other than Ubisoft. Yeah, talk about a weird developer to develop a game like this. Mr. I can't make games for McGee made this? At least Nintendo licensed this. Well, the title screen has a solid enough rendition of the Indiana Jones theme. It's good enough, and I hope you like it because it just loops infinitely during gameplay. Fun. Well, the first level, exploring the cave, gotta love the Game Boy-fied Harrison Ford. Someone get him out of there! This is a 2D side-scroller, and Well, I will say I do like how the background actually has a design. It looks nice. But then there's the rest of the gameplay. Movement is so slow, it just feels clunky. He has the most casual strut and he's supposed to be exploring a cave. Also, quick nitpick, what scene is this supposed to be? The last Crusade started with Indy exploring a cave, but it was when he was a kid. But he's clearly an adult here, so what is this supposed to be? So I guess you're looking for treasure, but my God, this is the most nothing game I've ever played. You just walk around climbing ropes, doing the most basic possible platforming, seemingly running in circles to no avail. There's the occasional enemy who you can punch, thanks, and there's a time limit.
Well, of course there is.
I don't even know what to say. It feels like the epitome of walking around in the dark with a blindfold on. You have no idea where you are or where you should be going. All while the Indiana Jones theme is just looping in the background. It feels like a slow descent into madness. Well, let's try the last level, and yeah, same deal. It's just walking around boring areas with nice backgrounds, slowly punching enemies. At least I'm beating the shit out of Nazis on a Game Boy. That's pretty fun. And the music! Wait.
Oh, Doc, can you turn that down?
You might want to look at this.
Coming to you live with breaking news, there's just been a big revelation in the case. Mr. McGee has just found Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings for PSP.
Why, Nicus and his chum were friendly enough to show me the map.
But that's not true at all.
How could they know where the games are?
I have no idea. Actually, wait, do you have a bathroom around here that I can use?
Just down the hall to the left.
Okay, can you hold this while I go?
I booked a flight to Alabama in an hour.
No, but wait, I still need to talk about Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
Dude,
What?
it's for the portable console!
Well, these don't have airplane mode. They'll make the plane blow up.
The flight will be delayed. You can play while we wait.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Attention, Flight 42 to Alabama has been delayed. Attention, Flight 42 to Alabama has been delayed.
Well, there you go.
Guess I have no excuse.
Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine on Game Boy Color. Here we are with the first spin-off Indiana Jones game. This was originally a PC game released in 1999, ported to the Nintendo 64 in 2000, and brought to the Game Boy Color in 2001. The story is as follows. Indy is working with the CIA to find an infernal machine.
Well, I read that wrong.
While starting it up, we get a new Game Boy take in the theme, and this just sounds bad. They tried to make it sound more advanced, but it ended up just sounding worse. Like, listen to this. Does that sound natural? We'll actually start in the game, we start as Indy in the desert, and this immediately looks better. This game is more so at a bird's eye view, which is much more enjoyable for adventure games. You also start off with a gun. Well, I'll be. The Second Amendment won out.
We still can't fly with them, though.
And son of a bitch, this is one of those games where B jumps and A attacks, but shockingly, Mr. Palmer had nothing to do with this. Besides that, this game just a tried and true what the fuck do I do? Like, I can find some treasure, but then nothing after that. Turns out you can push this block.
Thanks for telling me that.
You continue to climb up this cannon with some more BS, like being forced to jump this gap that would more than likely end with Indy's demise.
But dare I say that simulates the thrill of adventure.
And Indy meets someone at the top of the hill. So, each level ends with your IQ being ranked. Well, that makes me feel like a fucking idiot. And on to the next level. What do the Russians want here? Never mind that. What happened to the girl? I gotta say, this game is embarrassingly satisfying. Just jumping around, making the gaps, figuring out paths to continue. It's fun. For a Game Boy Color game, it's also a pretty good link too. The gameplay is a bit repetitive, but the environments for each level are unique, and with the level variety, it truly does capture the feeling of being on an adventure. I have pretty embarrassing feelings for this game, but my God, is it good for what it is.
Nicus, it's time to go.
Oh, thank God, I didn't want to play in this shitty ass game anymore.
Hey, you dropped this.
No! You'll blow up the plane!
Hey, what do you think happened to that guy?
I don't know. TSA is probably doing their job correctly, though.
Right.
You were trying to bring a Game Boy onto a plane? There's no airplane mode on that. It'll blow up the plane.
It wasn't mine, though.
Then why was it in your hands?
The DS game should be inside of here. Dude, we found it.
We did it! We found it! Wait, why are we doing this anyway?
I wanted to whine about some games.
Staff of Kings on Nintendo DS. The music sounds much better than ever has. We even have cutscenes, so we actually understand the story. Indy is called by an old friend to tell him that people are asking about Indy's old professor, so Indy must go to Chinatown to see what's up. And it even has the playing thing from the movies.
Oh, that's so cool!
Not only that, but there's actually background music from the films too. Now the control scheme is very DS-like. The main action is on the touch screen, and you slide the stylus around to move him. It's kinda lame, but you can still use the D-pad to move. But don't put that stylus away, because you come across some thugs beating up an old guy, so you beat them up. And the combat, well, you'll hold down on one of the shoulder buttons to enter combat mode, then slide the stylus in different directions to do certain moves. Hear me out, it works.
Trust me on that.
Honestly, it's fine. It's not ideal, but it doesn't make the game unplayable by any means. There's also the added bonus of being able to pick up and hit enemy with items. It's a simple but damn fun mechanic. And so you just run around the game doing that stuff. The thing about these games is that they aren't crazy complicated. You explore a bunch of levels with cool themes that fit for Indiana Jones, but aren't crazy interesting to talk about. Like, wow, the jungle, catacombs, a blimp? Regardless, it still is pretty fun. It's what you'd expect from a game like this, but it's neat. I love the character models, they're so DS. They are polygonal, but they're low poly. It's just so damn charming. There are also some moments where you're locked to one location and must fight a bunch of enemies. It's just straight up fun. It's really easy, but the combat can be quite satisfying. I don't know why, but I just adore the noises.
Damn, that's a nice noise you made when you died.
But the last major things are the cipher segments. Occasionally you come across these boxes in which you must control this orb of water through a bunch of challenges. This uses all of the DS's features to its full capacity. You use the mic to blow away fire and sand, use the touchscreen to guide the ball, destroy walls, move blocks, split the ball, and these guys can get tough. They're just dumb side games, but if I had this game as a kid, I would probably have both hated and loved these at the same time.
I'll take that.
But you! Oh, so you followed the map.
Nope, just follow him.
Dr. Hockter?
Yeah, that's right. I've been working with Mr. McGee the whole time.
Why?
You were the only one who would care about such a thing. Let's be real. Indiana Jones is beloved, but not enough for someone like Mr. McGee to go out of his way to get some cancelled games.
But I thought he wanted them in a museum.
Oh, I do. Now that I have both of them, I can put them back in the museum where they belong. But I had no issues not finding them. They're just Indiana Jones games after all. The museum without them would just be a museum.
God, you guys are complicated, but you took advantage of my interest in stuff that no one cares about.
Yeah, we know you. We know it's that drive that brought you here. You can't resist the thought of adding another game to your complaindium.
You seem to know me well, but there's something else about me that you should know.
And what is that?
I also possess the capability of
Of what? Go on.
not giving a
What?
I like video games, especially portable ones. I like discovering them and trying them out and seeing how they're different from the main console versions, but at the end of the day, they're not long-lasting experiences. I'll play them for an hour, but then I'll move on with my life, because I just don't care about them that much. I like them, but if you take away Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings on DS from me, I'm not gonna care. Put it in a museum for all I care. But are you sure others are gonna care?
Go on, do your thing.
Gladly. Staff of Kings on PSP, the most advanced handheld of them all. Well, it is still Staff of Kings, so it shares some stuff with the DS version, but it does have a different opening. This guy gets himself trapped and we gotta save him.
What a great start we're off to.
From there, it's to the Chinatown rooftops with the combat, and yeah, kind of a similar story here, just without the DS-ness to it all. I gotta say, I didn't mind the DS combat, but this just feels so much more natural. And there's still the gimmick of picking things up to hit people with. Now the levels are incredibly short, lasting barely a few minutes if even. But it does work for portable play. It just sometimes feels like that's it. These games are all oddly short, like they're fine, but especially this one, for a PSP game, I don't know, I just expected something longer. But hey, I enjoy this one the most. While I did enjoy the DS version, this one definitely simulates the feeling of adventure the best. The console version probably does it better, but for a portable version, this is absolutely the best.
And that's how it's done.
Very impressive. Although, I did expect you to cry more.
Well, you can have it. Put it in a museum. Me personally, I'm already moving on. You're not taking it?
No. You make a very good point. Who cares? They'll forever be much more interesting as games lost to time and stuck in some museum. Who's gonna go see a DS cartridge and just lose it? I'm glad all this happened because you made me learn something very valuable.
And what's that?
You just can't give a darn about everything. And some things are much cooler that way.
My man.
No, still not over you.
And that is how you spend a Tuesday playing 4 shitty games and going on an adventure that's ultimately pointless. I'm just like Indiana Jones. And while the games aren't that great, they're still pretty damn enjoyable. Exploring a large variety of locations, looking for treasure while unraveling a mystery, that's what Indiana Jones is all about, and these games actually capture that fairly well. They're not great, and there's no reason for the average person to play them, but I'll still always have a soft spot for them, lost or not. And I mean, with cartridges the size of this, they are really easy to use. That's right, I took Staff of Kings on the DS. Son of a...